When you think of hockey legends, one name that stands above the rest is Gordie Howe. His impact on the game is immeasurable, and today, we're going to celebrate the life and career of the man that they called Mr. Hockey. Gordie Howe was born on March 31st, 1928, in Floral, Saskatchewan, a small town where winters were harsh, but the love for hockey ran deep. The Howe family wasn't wealthy, but they were rich in passion for the game. In those days, there were no fancy arenas with heated seats and state-of-the-art facilities. No, Gordie learned to skate on frozen ponds and makeshift outdoor rinks, where the cold winds of the prairies couldn't cool the burning desire to play the game that he loved. Young Gordie showed promise from the get-go. His talent on the ice was evident, even in those early years. His parents, Al and Katie Howe, recognized his potential and supported his passion for the sport. However, growing up during the Great Depression wasn't easy, and resources were scarce. Gordie's first pair of skates, they were a hand-me-down from a neighbor. A little big at first, but that didn't stop him from tearing up the ice. Legend has it that young Gordie used to stuff newspaper into those oversized skates to make them fit. That is the definition of determination. From those humble beginnings in Floral, Saskatchewan, a hockey icon was born. As Gordie continued to develop his skills on the local ponds, it became clear that he needed a bigger stage to showcase his talent. That stage? Junior hockey. At just 15 years old, Howe joined the Saskatoon Blades of the Western Canada Junior Hockey League. Imagine the excitement of a small-town kid stepping onto the junior hockey scene, facing opponents who were often older and more experienced. But Gordie didn't just survive, he thrived. He led the league in scoring during his second season with the Blades, catching the attention of scouts from the Detroit Red Wings. The rest, as they say, is history. In 1944, at the tender age of 16, Howe signed with the Detroit Red Wings, beginning a journey that would forever change the landscape of professional hockey. Fast forward a few years, and we find ourselves at the precipice of when Gordie Howe and the Detroit Red Wings embarked on an era of dominance that would etch their names in hockey history: the Red Wings Dynasty. The 1950s were a golden age for the Red Wings, and the production line was the driving force behind their success. Gordie Howe, Ted Lindsay, and Sid Abel formed a trio that struck fear into the hearts of opponents. The production line wasn't just a catchy nickname, it was a powerhouse of offense. In the 1950-51 season, they became the first line in NHL history to finish 1, 2, and 3 in scoring. Now, let's talk Stanley Cups. In the 1950s, the Red Wings were the team to beat, and Gordie Howe played a pivotal role in securing 4 championships for Detroit during that decade. It was a dynasty in the truest sense. 4 cups in 6 years. That's a feat that few teams can boast. And at the center of it all was Gordie Howe, showcasing his scoring prowess and leadership on the biggest stage. Let's break down what made Gordie Howe such a force during the Red Wings dynasty. It wasn't just about the goals, although he scored plenty of those. It was about the complete package, the finesse, the physicality, and the unmatched dedication to the game. Picture this: Howe storming down the wing, unleashing a powerful shot that left goalies scrambling. But he wasn't just a sniper. He was a playmaker too, setting up teammates with precision passes. And then there was the physical side of his game. Howe wasn't afraid to throw his weight around, delivering bone-crushing hits that sent a clear message to opponents. This was Mr. Hockey's ice. Gordie wasn't just a goal scorer. He was a grinder, a player who battled in the corners and fought for every inch of the ice. His toughness was second to none, and opponents quickly learned that challenging Mr. Hockey came with consequences. If you wanted to mess with the Red Wings, you had to go through Gordie Howe. and not many players were willing to take on that challenge. As we look back at the Red Wings Dynasty, it's essential to acknowledge the intangibles that Howe brought to the table. His presence on the ice elevated the play of his teammates, inspiring them to reach new heights. Off the ice, Gordie was a mentor to younger players, offering guidance and sharing the wisdom he gained from years of experience. His influence extended beyond the rink, shaping the culture of the Red Wings and leaving an indelible mark on the franchise. Now let's talk about the aspect of Gordie Howe's game that truly set him apart: his unparalleled scoring prowess. Mr. Hockey wasn't just a nickname. It was a testament to his ability to find the back of the net with a combination of skill, power, and an undeniable love for the game. When we dive into Howe's scoring record, it's like stepping into a highlight reel that seems almost too good to be true. But every goal, every assist, it's all real, and it's all part of the Gordie Howe legend. Let's start with the goals. Gordie Howe was a goal-scoring machine. His wrist shot was a thing of beauty, precise, and deadly. He had goalies scrambling, trying to read his shot, but by the time they blinked, the puck was already in the back of the net. Howe's ability to find the smallest openings and capitalize on them was simply unmatched. And let's not forget about the power. Gordie had this knack for powering through defenses, bulldozing his way to the net. When he planted himself in front of the crease, goalies knew they were in for a tough night. Whether it was a quick snipe from the slot or a gritty goal in the crease, Howe's scoring repertoire was as diverse as it was effective. However, Mr. Hockey wasn't just about lighting the lamp himself. He had a keen eye for setting up his teammates. Picture this: Howe weaving through defenders, drawing attention, and then making a perfectly timed pass to a line mate. The guy could thread the needle like no other. And here's the beauty of it. Whether he was scoring or assisting, Howe did it with a flair that captivated fans. He wasn't just a technician on the ice. He was an artist, creating masterpieces with every shift. Now, let's talk about some jaw-dropping numbers, because when it comes to records, Gordie Howe's name is etched in the annals of hockey history. 801 career goals. That was a record that stood for decades. And it wasn't just about the quantity. It was about the quality of those goals. And the assists? Over 1,000 of them. Howe wasn't just a goal scorer. He was a playmaker, a maestro, organizing the offensive symphony for the Red Wings. The records speak for themselves. Scoring at an elite level for over 2 decades, Howe left a legacy that continues to inspire generations of players. And speaking of decades, let's touch on the remarkable longevity of Gordie Howe's scoring prowess. It's one thing to dominate for a few years, but Howe's excellence spanned generations. He played in 5 different decades. Yes, you heard that right. 5 decades. From the 1940s to the 1980s, Howe was a constant presence on the score sheet. Playing at a high level for that long is a testament to his dedication, conditioning, and the pure love he had for the game. It's an achievement that may never be replicated. Now, get ready for one of the most extraordinary chapters in the Gordie Howe story: the comeback. Most players hang up their skates in their 30s, but not Mr. Hockey. He decided to redefine what it meant to retire and made an unprecedented return to the game. It all started in 1971, when Gordie Howe announced his retirement from professional hockey. Fans around the world thought they had seen the last of the legend on the ice. But in 1973, something unexpected happened. The upstart World Hockey Association came knocking on Howe's door with an offer he couldn't refuse. At the age of 45, Gordie Howe laced up his skates again, not with the Detroit Red Wings, but with the Houston Aeros of the WHA. Howe's return to professional hockey wasn't just a feel-good story. It was a statement. The Aeros, with Howe leading the charge, captured the WHA's Avco World Trophy in the 1973-74 season. The magic didn't stop there. Howe continued to defy Father Time, proving that age was just a number. He notched 100 points in his first WHA season, showcasing that he still had the scoring touch that made him a legend. The story gets even more interesting. After the WHA-NHL merger in 1979, Howe found himself back in familiar territory, the NHL. This time, it was with the Hartford Whalers, and he wasn't just there for a farewell tour. At the age of 51, Howe suited up for an NHL game once again. Most players would be sipping coffee in retirement by then, but not Gordie. And here's the cherry on top. Playing alongside his sons, Mark and Marty, with the Hartford Whalers. The Howe family became the first father-son trio to play together in the NHL, creating a storybook moment in hockey history. Gordie Howe's return sent a powerful message to athletes everywhere. Age shouldn't be a barrier to pursuing your passion. His resilience, determination, and love for the game inspired a whole new generation of players. But eventually, all good things must come to an end. Gordie Howe played his final NHL game in 1980 at the age of 52, leaving the game with a legacy that will forever be etched in the hearts of hockey fans. Now that we've covered the early days, the Red Wings Dynasty, Howe's scoring prowess, and that legendary comeback, let's talk about the enduring legacy of Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe's legacy extends far beyond the numbers on the stat sheet. It's about the impact he had on the game, the inspiration he provided to players young and old, and the enduring love he shared with fans around the world. When we talk about Gordie Howe's legacy, we must recognize that he wasn't just a goal scorer, a playmaker, or a physical force. He was the complete player. His versatility set the standard for what it meant to excel in every facet of the game. Howe's ability to dominate the game in multiple ways, that's what made him special. He wasn't just a one-dimensional player. He was a maestro on the ice, orchestrating the symphony of hockey with both finesse and power. Now, let's talk about his role as an ambassador for the sport. Long after hanging up his skates, Gordie Howe continued to be a beacon for hockey. His presence at events, his interactions with fans, and his commitment to growing the game solidified his status as a true ambassador. Whether it was signing autographs for young fans or sharing stories with fellow hockey enthusiasts, Gordie made time for everyone. He understood the responsibility that came with being a hockey legend, and he embraced it with open arms. As we reflect on Gordie Howe's legacy, it's important to recognize that he wasn't just a hockey player. He was an enduring icon. His impact resonated not only with fans of his era, but with generations that followed. Statues erected in his honor, arenas named after him, and the countless tributes from players and fans alike. These are the marks of an enduring legacy. Mr. Hockey will forever be a symbol of the sport's greatness. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.